Kit, you called it a typical cup tie at the final whistle on Saturday afternoon. It was a very physical game. It was a tough game. There weren't very many opportunities for either team. Would that really be your appraisal of it?
Pretty much. I mean, there was sort of like 30 chances in the game. I think they just edged it 16-14. But the unfortunate or the disappointing thing from our point of view, especially, was the chances we had and as good opportunities didn't hit the target. So that's something we've consciously spoke about when we reviewed the video. And worked on in training this week. So we had some good situations and good opportunities, but like I say, just didn't hit the target enough at all. So, but yeah, typical cup tie I think is about right, and it's another clean sheet for us, which was encouraging. It's 3 out of the last 5 games where defensively and conceding goals had been a big part of a ongoing problem we've had this season. But the boys have tightened up there. Previously we were scoring freely as well, so it's just addressing that and getting the balance right between the two. But I'd rather have a solid base to build from, and then go and win a game 1-0 than always be conceding 2 and relying on us being able to score 3, which we've done on a couple of occasions, obviously in a couple of the away games, Rotherham and Wigan. But you don't want to be relying on that. If we can get that real solid base, which is starting to come and it's improving. I'm convinced we've got enough quality to go and score goals.
Obviously, stats, shots on target are not particularly flattering, but when you look at the opportunities that are created and the fine margins with Corley's chances and Hugo's chances just not being converted, obviously that's optimistic, but you do need to convert those chances.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's again this something we're fully focused on and fully aware of as other players. They were sort of disappointed at the end of the game. It was a fairly even game, and a draw was probably the fair result, to be perfectly honest. But again, I think that shows progress. We played Wolves early part of the season, and they were, I thought, considerably better than us. And that certainly wasn't the case on Saturday, and won't be moving on from here.
You've had Ryan Tunnicliffe and Alex Kacaniklic back for an entire week now, training with the first team. Are they likely to feature? Will you look at making changes for the trip to Cardiff?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Ryan's come in fully match fit. He's been playing regularly for Blackburn. Looks fit, looks well, and has done very well in training this week. Alex slightly different. He was on loan, obviously at FC Copenhagen, but he hadn't played for 6.5 weeks. Was his last start. So again, he needs to get his match fitness up, which again he will do. But they're both, delighted to have them both back. Both great acquisitions for us.
And in terms of Ryan's experience in the Championship, obviously the blend of youth experience and all of the other elements that come together, it's very important for the remaining months of the season. Well,
it is Ryan and Alex. They've both got good Championship experience. Alex had a fantastic spell on loan at Watford, then went off to Burnley as well. So they both come back. We know they can play very well at Championship level. So it's both big pluses for us, because we are light on that. We've got a lot of young players and a lot of foreign boys who've come in who haven't played in the Championship before. So, and that is it's quite key, really, quite crucial to have. I think that bit of knowledge and nous about how Championship football works, because I love it. I think it's great, but it's really tough. But I think it's very, very honest as a league. But it helps when you've got people with that little bit of experience there.
Relegated with Cardiff at the end of last season, both Fulham and Cardiff not in the position they'd hoped to be in this season. What do you expect on Saturday from them?
Well, they're going to have a right go, without a doubt. It's I went to watch them play against Watford the other week at the stadium, and it's they're having a bit of a tough time at the minute. There's no getting away from that. The crowd, and they've got a great support, Cardiff. My nana used to live a stone's throw away from the old Ninian Park, so I know the club very well. They've got a real good support base, but I think they're not best pleased at the moment. I think that's fair to say. So we need to try and use that to our advantage.
And after the disappointments, not particularly of Wolves, but certainly of the previous Brighton game, it's important again to get back on track and to get the performance that gives the results that get Fulham climbing up the table.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I was as disappointed as anyone, but also I sort of took it for what it was. It's bad day at the office. We move on, and I want to be judged. I want the team to be judged on the bigger picture. And you're going to get blips here and there. I'm not happy when they come along, but I say I take them for what they are. I'm not going to get too stressed or worry too much about it. But I'll note it down and work on it. I think since we've all started working together, the 17 league games, I think we'd be sixth in the current forms, which is okay. It's not. I want to be top. I want to be best, but sixth will take. But we work on and keep trying to improve.
And in terms of the January transfer window ongoing, lots of speculation, lots of names being bandied around left, right and centre. Is there anything you can tell us of incomings or outgoings that is actual happening?
Not for definite at the moment. A couple of loans. Young Cameron Burgess looks like he's going out to Ross County. That looks like being confirmed, which would be good experience for him. We are looking at a few different players. The boys we've got here are putting in a shift and working well and are improving all the time. But if we can get, guaranteed better players in, we're going to look at it. It'd be silly not to. But again, they've got to be the right character, the right type of player, and in the right positions that we need. So we will constantly be looking, and we are actively looking to strengthen the squad. But I don't want bodies in. I want good people, good players in, and specific individuals rather than just a body.
One of the players out on loan, Matt Smith, is banging in goals for fun at the moment, I think.
He is. I went to watch him against Gillingham on Tuesday, and he obviously scored his 4 goals. Could have had a couple more actually. I texted him the next day. I said he should have had 6, but he was obviously really pleased, and that's what the loan system's for. Matt's our player. He wasn't getting a lot of game time here at all, getting a bit frustrated. Gone out to Bristol City and doing very, very well for them and scoring goals, which is the idea of it, so.
And in your mind, coming from League One back into the Championship, is that something that you would consider, or is it a situation that you'll monitor in terms of what he's doing?
I will certainly will monitor it, and it's certainly something we'd consider. I mean, there is a big difference, I think, playing obviously League One to Championship. Obviously, there's a big gulf in quality, but you'd expect that. But he's doing fantastically well, and I say he's our asset, and his stock's rising, if anything, by him going out and scoring goals. So he's pleased with the setup, getting some good game time, and we're monitoring it very closely because he's our player, and we're delighted he's doing well, and we're closely watching the situation.
And you are happy with what you have and the way that your team is shaping and the way that your team is playing, even without the hatful of goals that were coming quite easily? Yeah,
if it goes on, for a long time and we're not scoring, then it'll start becoming a bit of a concern. But we had a lot of opportunities, good opportunities that we'd created in the Wolves game. We just need to start hitting the target, probably getting some more shots away, but also hitting the target more regularly. And the goals will come. I'm not unduly worried.
We wish you luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much.